Sorry, I'll be back in a sec.
I didn't watch the video. I just sent that picture. Yes, but it makes sense.
Have you started recording? Okay.
My mic, I'm not sure if it was actually enabled, so let me do that whole spiel again. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Greyhawk campaign by the Grinning Gargoyle gang. There we go. This evening, we have something very interesting happening, in that it is mostly going to be about downtime. Everybody loves a good shopping game and downtime game. But the important thing to keep in mind while all this is happening is that it is pouring outside. You guys retired to the empty net, where Kreb has done his very best to keep it somewhat dry. You can see there are buckets all over the place catching the streams of water that are pouring in through the wreckedy roof. And yeah, what would you guys like to do with your downtime? You guys have leveled up. All of our players or our characters. Our players are not level 4. Our characters are level 4 though. You guys have all spent your gold for your training? Correct?
No. How much is it?
20 gold pieces.
For the 10 days or the 15 days?
That's for the 10 days.
So it's 200 gold.
Stop
No,
complaining.
it's not 20 gold a day.
I was just kidding.
You.
Oh, is it 20 gold total?
Yes. Sure, pay 20 gold a day.
I was going to say, because I do not have 200 gold.
We could all band together and level up one person.
Or we can all level me up 6 times. That sounds like a great idea.
Aren't you the one that wanted to sacrifice us?
Yes.
This is a perfect opportunity. Can I do that in my downtime? Can I sacrifice the party?
No.
You can try and sacrifice this one.
Except you're going to help me sacrifice everyone.
You're going to have to get into a religious structure to try and sacrifice me, so...
Oh, your wings fell off. Oh my god.
Bims is neutral. He can go in there. And Bims has got some special new flavor added to him. So
Is he a spicy dragon now?
What, you can eat him?
no, but he can probably kill you in 2 attacks.
He's got the breath weapon.
Yeah.
We can kill him in 2 attacks.
Doesn't he have like
You can kill
one
him
hit point?
by looking at him.
Oh, and I forgot the obligatory sound and music by the fantastic Sirenscape. Give them a visit at www.sirenscape.com because epic games need epic sound. And of course we're using Fantasy Grounds Unity, and that is currently on early access, and there might be the occasional stutter or bug, but we've been fairly lucky so far. How do I sound to the rest of you guys? Am I loud enough?
Yeah, perfect.
Excellent.
Enough, yeah.
Alrighty then, so I want to just mention, I thought about it, Byron, your little thing with your shrine to Osprey by the docks. I will say that time that you spent on that would probably be part of your training.
Yeah, I was thinking so too. Yeah.
And Carcarius, you would be moving, listen to me, where the hell did moving come from? You would be working at the Temple of Procan.
Yeah.
And doing your training there. Carolus, your training is flavored by, of course, training with your acolytes, your young warriors, and, teaching them what you have learned, and therefore reinforcing that experience. Beirut, I have no idea. He's doing some furbog shit in the forest.
Yes, I am in the forest, and you say 10 days is for the leveling up, and then 5 days to do whatever we want, right?
Correct. So, and Siren, I assume
Yeah,
that you are
that's
tuning
right.
your instruments, and practicing some new songs,
I'm also
creating some
helping
new
them.
ballads. Yeah, helping Kreb at the empty net, and Xerxes. I would assume that you are practicing what new sorceress powers have unlocked within you.
Yeah, so I'll be at my establishment. Bums and I will be training together, forming more of a bond, while also, yeah, playing with my new tricks.
Cool. So I tell you what, everybody, roll me some initiative.
Oh no, Ghost Dragon. What?
Out of the
What?
way.
Initiative.
Really?
Okay. Wait. So have we declared where we are?
No, this is what I want to do. I'm just using an initiative roll to get an idea of who I should start with first for downtime.
Just
Okay.
as a point, I see in our party sheet there's 1,200 gold sitting there.
What? Really?
Not
No,
anymore.
Oh,
I have
hell
just
yeah, we
distributed.
get gold.
That was the payment you received from the town and the bonuses from
Oh hell yeah.
Anders Solmore for going and negotiating
For
this
the
alliance, basically. With
nice.
the
I was
silver.
For the
counting
ship?
silver.
Now I have more money.
Say again, sorry, Richard?
Wasn't that for the ship?
No.
No, that was what we had initially got like 700 or something. Then I
Yeah.
negotiated for us to get more because it was so dangerous and it was raining and it was
Ah,
swamp with
yes.
lizard people and blah blah blah.
Actually, I think
That
you
was
were
for the
right
quest.
about the ship. I think Gillen Primewater offered you some extra gold to make sure that his ship came back in reasonable
No,
condition.
I was thinking of the other ship, but
Oh, the ghost.
No,
yeah,
The ghost.
but
still
we
getting retrofitted.
yeah, but we did also get. I vaguely remember him saying that there would be something if the ship comes back in one piece.
Yeah, I think that was the Gillen Primewater bonus, which was 200 gold.
Okay.
All right. Let me see. So that's all of that. I just want to open the combat tracker on my side, so I can get an idea of who will be first. Oh, Kaj is not with you.
Oh.
And Observer is, of course,
He's
your
busy.
silent watcher.
Kaj is busy chatting up the queen, most likely.
He's had a elevation in status.
Hell yeah.
So, something I'm also going to do is I see somehow Carolus is still wounded. So I'm going to do a long rest for you guys.
He stabbed himself while trying to carve something new.
I just want to make sure, yes, you have all of your hit die. So everything is at full again. Because you would have everything at full with your 10 days of training and resting. So we are going to do this in the sherbet. I did a long rest and now it's gone in. Everybody, roll initiative for me again. Your DM had a brain fart.
So my nice initiative turns into a nicer initiative.
Wow, there are a lot of doubles here.
Nice. Mary, did you check your Discord?
Did I check my Discord? No, I
Yes.
did not check my Discord.
Check it, sir. It's fake.
Did I hear you say it's space?
Fate.
Fate.
Oh, fate.
Lel.
Mein hearing is not so good. Alrighty, I have my map of Saltmarsh in front of me, and I did make the note about where your shrine is, Byron.
Thank you.
So we shall consider it constructed. Just to give you a little bit of an indication, over those 10 days, before we start doing the personal 5 days downtime things, during those 10 days, you spend most of your time, the majority of your time is spent doing your training, etc., etc. But the rest of your time, what would be your leisure time, you are sort of obligated to help out in the town where you can, to basically haul sandbags and things. There's massive flooding going on. The storm does not abate. There are even a couple of incidents of lightning strikes in the town where, even though it's this deluge of water, it does set certain houses on fire. Quite terribly so, as a matter of fact. You also recall that story of, or not the story, before you guys, as you were making your way back to Saltmarsh, there was a certain ship that pulled into dock ahead of you, just ahead of you. During that time, Xerxes, you are approached by a certain gentleman that you are familiar with, Punkata. And he brings you an interesting bit of gossip. He has heard of a tale told by another crew member of a certain merchant prince from Seaton who is looking for people to basically go and find one of his ships. A ship that's been missing for a while. He didn't give too much information. All that he let note was that if anybody is willing to work, what's the word I'm looking for? Quietly, not stealthily as such, but damn it, the word is escaping my mind. If you work for somebody and you keep their secrets. Can't think of it.
Confidence.
Yeah, confidentially. There we go. Thank you very much. Gee whiskers. But basically, if you're willing to work in such an arrangement, there might be a fairly good reward. But it will involve you having to travel to Seaton, which isn't too much of a problem because your bloody ship is there, and you have seen no sign of it.
Okay. How long has it been since our ship got sent to Seaton to get worked on?
It's now been about a week and a half, I think.
Okay, so it's definitely not. It won't be ready after downtime.
No.
Okay.
You knew it was going to take at least a month to get it re-outfitted into the more military-minded ship that you guys had envisioned.
Okay.
Punkota does tell you that this merchant prince has seen better days. He's still a fairly wealthy man, but he knows this guy by reputation. His name is Aubrek Drallion. I shall put it in the chat for you. I just want to make sure I spelt it right. I did.
A merchant, you say?
A merchant prince. He's actually minor nobility. What Punkata tells you is that he made his fortune in bringing rare spices from the jungles on the southern continents. But there was some or other kind of misfortune, and he lost a lot of his wealth. And he's been slowly building himself up again over the years.
Cool. That's a lot of information. I think should be easy enough to speak with the rest of the party at a later stage to go and sort that out.
Yep. So, onto the downtime. Xerxes, what would you like to do?
So my downtime.
Yeah, your 5 days of downtime.
Okay, first things first, we need to do some sneaks in the secret whisper chamber. But have I heard anything back from what's his name? Is his name Wes?
Wes.
With my kid goat.
Wes has not made an appearance in Saltmarsh, as far as you can tell.
Okay, cool. Is there So there's a couple of things that I want to do, but some of them are more important than others. So if 5 days isn't enough, then you just need to let me know. But I want to look for magic items. I want to make contacts, and potentially look for. Let me just open my notes. Look for a clergyman of Naribo, of the god of the gamblers, to remove the curse from my luckstone.
All right. So, roll me. Let's start with the last one first. Roll me a history check, please.
History. Any advantage as a result of me having worked to identify and sort out rare books and stuff for.
This wouldn't be any kind of like rare knowledge as such. It's just to see if you recall something.
Okay.
Okay, that's pretty good. And 18 plus 2 is 20. So you know that Naribo is not a god that is generally worshipped here in the commoner areas. He's usually a city god where you would find things like gambling dens and casinos and larger establishments where he has more of a following. So you would need to travel to a larger city. You could perhaps find something in Seaton, possibly, but you're not sure. You do know that there is a chapter house in Nealdra, the capital city of Kierland, on the other side of the Dreadwood.
Okay.
So that's not using any of your downtime.
Okay, cool. Then
what's the next most important thing?
I would say making contacts or magic items. I would say potentially making contacts is more important. Magic items is I already know where I can go and look for that, for
All
stuff
right.
like that.
So you want to do some carousing basically and see if you can find additional contacts.
Yeah.
This normally takes a full work week, which is 10 days. So I'm going to say with only 5 days, you could do it, but I'm going to apply a modifier to the difficulty.
Okay.
Because it's sort of like a rush job.
Okay.
So I'm going to do a +5 to it. So everything is going to move up one bracket. So make me a charisma persuasion check.
Nice. I'm good at those.
Yeah, sorcerer, you are. Excuse me. So 19. 19 would be
Ooh.
that one.
Hopefully not
Alright,
too,
you have-
too shy.
You managed to find one contact.
Okay. Can I say what I'm looking for, or is it random?
You can give me an idea of what particularly you might be looking for.
So maybe one of two things or three things. So first and foremost, cultists that follow Glacia would be for me the most important, so that I can start sort of leveling up in the occult. And second to that would be finding thieves and prostitutes, I guess.
All right. Well, you are acquainted with some of those already. Thieves and prostitutes, and don't forget mercenaries, eh?
I already have one mercenary contact. So.
No. I'm just saying. So, what would be your preference to see if you can find somebody who is
Occultists.
a cultist, or at least susceptible to becoming a cultist?
Yeah, so anyone who essentially follows the same god as I do, or yes, if there is a cult somewhere, yeah.
All right. You like an established cult?
I would like to establish I would have to establish my own cult to become a cult leader, right? Or do I just join a cult and just earn favor?
Work your way up.
Yeah, you could work your way up, I suppose.
So whatever.
If you found one.
Yeah,
You're not going to
the...
find a cult like that in Saltmarsh, in all likelihood. I will say that you might be able to make the acquaintance of somebody from the underground, who might be able to give you some additional pointers of where you could find, at where you could look. How does that sound?
Yeah, that's good. I have a... What's this dude? I also want to just go and chat to him. Let me just find where he is. He was one of the earlier guys that we had found, and he's... I don't know if he's a fence or if he's like a... I was trying to find this in my notes. But this dude said that... Oh, I can't find it anywhere. But he knew some dodgy characters, and we could lean on him should we...
Wasn't that one of the merchants that you rescued with the alchemist's wife?
Yes. I'm just trying to find his name. I forgot his name, so I can't...
I have it here somewhere. There were two. The guy that you made a contact with was Hemid Sane, a Kitish merchant with possible contacts in the underworld. Yes,
so ideally if I could chat to him after, if there's enough time, just to catch up.
Okay, well, we'll say with this, you spent most of your time trying to chat up and find an additional contact, which is going to give you your leads for possible cult. But I'll say you could probably fit in the same time, because you'll be spending the same time, I would say the same establishments that he would be found in. But whether or not he is in town is another question. So, I will say there's a 50% probability that he's in town. Roll me a percentage dice.
Cool. I'm also happy to chat to him at any other stage. New contacts is...
it's more a case of if you actually run into him. Alright. In this case, no. You did not run into him. So...
Okay, cool.
I will give you information at a later point about your other contact, your new contact, and what information they might be able to provide you about any cults of Glacier that they are aware of. Okay.
All right. Then Beirut, is that 5 days done, hey?
That's 5 days done, yeah.
Okay, cool.
So next up, Mr. Beirut.
Yes.
What would you like to do? Do we need to go to the Chamber of Whispers?
Oh, we need to go as well.
Be
hey?
careful with your recording.
Yeah. No, I'm just gonna go to the Druid's Grove and do what I usually do in my downtime there.
Okay. So
Do you remember what that is?
yes. There is a roll that needs to be made, correctly? If I'm wrong.
Not that I know of.
Is it just that you spend the money?
Uh-huh.
Okay, well then, spend the money.
The money and a day. But do I get all 5 days? Because you said we need to help out with town stuff. Do I get the full 5 days worth? Or...
I'll say it's, you use, like I said, it's more, that you're helping around town is like where you're able to, you get roped into things, but it doesn't interfere with your downtime. So yes, you will be able to use all days to make that. So there's going to be a total of 25 per gold per day.
Yep.
Cool. You will sort out your inventory.
Yeah.
Sorry, stream, we are being a little bit cryptic.
Potions!
Nailed it. So, what else are we doing? Anything else? No, you're using all 5 of your days for that.
Yep. Well, while you carry on with other people.
Don't go anywhere. I need to talk to you about something first.
I was going to say, Xerxes and I can go have a quick chat, but okay.
Before you disappear.
Right.
During your training, can I do this in public? I think it would be good for the storyline. So none of you guys are aware of this. Only Beirut is aware of this next part. Okay, this is like a scene change to just Beirut. Beirut, you wake up with cold sweats. But then you realize something strange is going on. You are in the glade of the druid that you have come to befriend, but the glade looks different. First of all, you can still hear the rain around you. You're like resting under this lean-to of the druids, but the air around you is misty and it almost has like a fluid blue light moving through it as well. You can also see there's a crackling fire off to the side. And seated by this fire is an old man with a long grey-black beard, wearing like a straw hat, and you can see on the floor next to him he's got a rickety old walking stick. And he's just wearing plain, like sturdy traveling clothes. And there's a backpack on the grass next to him as well. And he says to you in a fairly kindly sounding voice, "It is good to see you again, child. Come, have a seat by me."
I'll cautiously go ahead and do so.
As you get
Keeping
closer,
an eye out around.
you're keeping an eye out.
Yeah, just scanning around
Okay.
just to make sure he's alone.
He does appear to be alone. There is no rain. You hear the sound of rain, but there is no rain here in this glade. As you take a seat near to him at the fire, you notice that he has like severely wrinkled, like nut brown skin, but the brightest, clearest green eyes that are just glistening and twinkling in this snapping firelight in front of you. And he says, "You have had a long journey. You have walked strange roads, and I am pleased that you have found companions to share those roads with you. What would you say is the course of your journey now?"
To keep protecting.
He says, "But you have found new things to protect. Have you not?
Just protect more.
Are you not worried that you might be spreading yourself too thin?"
No.
He sits in silence for a moment, and he closes his eyes. And the fire in front of you takes on a strange blue-green light. It is no longer the oranges and reds of a normal fire. And as you're sitting there and staring at this color-changing fire, you hear his voice again, but it sounds almost echoey, almost hollow. And he says to you, "I will give you a gift to help you with your duties. But be warned, this gift comes with a cost. I might need a favor from you. I might need protection, or somebody dear to me might need protection. Do you agree to accept this gift?" He says,
I agree. I am a protector.
He says, "Then the only thing left to be said before I return you to the other world. Beware she that lurks. She is after that which you protected. If she gets her hands on it, the world and all the many roads in it will come to an end.
But who are you?
Oh, I'm sure you know who I am. And he just smiles and grins at you. And he fades from sight. And you wake up. Sound of rain still in your ears, but now you can smell it. You can feel the cold of it. There's a small dripping coming through the lean-to that falls on, splashes on your face. You are awake, and you can continue as normal. All right. Back to the land of the living. Beirut, you are finished. Are you and Xerxes, since you are now done with this initiative round, going to go to the Chamber of Whispers to discuss your whatever the hell you're doing?
Yeah.
All right.
I think we may just be doing that. This is?
Yeah, but Gordon, do we not have to do some more rolls?
For?
For things.
Well, we're not going to be gone too long, and I don't think.
Is there something specific
Cool.
you got in mind? Because I'm not following you.
I'll send you. I'll go chat.
Oh, you're talking about that.
Yeah.
Yes. We can do that.
We can do it after everyone's done with their downtime.
Cool. I'm trying to remember where I actually found that table. I can't remember if I saved it under your notes. Let me just check quickly. Damn it. I did not save that table. Yeah, I'll see if I can find it, and then we can do that, or we can also do it afterwards. It's not going to affect the in-game as so much at this point.
Yeah, sure.
Because that's the thing for the month. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, cool. All right. So next up, Carolus. Peter, are you there?
Yeah.
What would you like to do with your 5 days of downtime?
Okay, Actually, I need to start planning after the rain. Build 2 shrines.
2 shrines, okay.
One for Okan and one for
Osprey.
yes.
And are you using your stonemason skills to do this?
Yeah, I'm gonna build it in stone, but I'm gonna plan it. I don't want to stand outside in the rain.
Okay, so it's basically going to take you. Since you're using
planning drawn up.
Drawing it up and building it won't take too long. It depends on how big you're going to make these shrines. Are they just going to be like a little feature inside your monastery somewhere, like in a little corner, or are they going to be like an external way shrine, like what Cyan built at the docks? His is out of wood, but stone is going to take a little bit longer to work.
Okay, so I'm just gonna do the planning phase in this 5 days.
Just the planning. Okay.
Yes.
That's going to be quite detailed planning.
Well, not gonna take 5 days to plan, but just one of the days or 2 of the days.
Yeah, I'll say it will take you about 2 days to get it sorted out. What you can do is, this will be for how elaborate these plans are. Make a d20 roll and add your proficiency modifier. Actually, no, wait, let's add it. You've got stonemason's tools, or just mason's tools. What's the proficiency that you have? Mason's tools and smith's tools. So I'm going to add it to your skills.
Oh, so I can. Yeah, I'm a smith as well. No.
I'm going to add Smith's tools, which will be...
I need to buy
You need to buy those tools.
smith's tools, if I can remember correctly. I have proficiency, but I never bought them.
Alright, well that shouldn't be too difficult. I'm going to say it's going to be strength based for both smiths and masons. Cool. Then items. Those tools, I'll say you'll be able to get with a day of shopping fairly easy. They're common. I mean, there is a blacksmith. There's a smithy in town that can have that stuff on hand. Mason. So Mason's tools cost 10 gold pieces.
Okay.
And Smith tools is 20 gold pieces. So deduct 30 gold, and I'm going to add them to your inventory quickly. Did it actually do it? Yes, it did.
Okay. And then I wanted to hear from my students if I think her name was Elena.
Yes.
Elena, if she ever like visited the monastery.
Make me an investigation roll.
Okay.
Okay. Nope.
Nope.
You have no idea if she visited. They haven't seen her. You don't see any sign of her. You ask a few questions of the neighbors. Nobody's seen anybody with that description.
Okay.
So now I need you to make me a Mason's Tools check. So if you look on your skills, you now have Mason's Tools.
That's awesome. Is our proficiency +2?
Yeah.
Okay.
It will change at next level to +3. Alright, and then make me another one. So, whose shrine are you doing on the first day? Procan or Osprey?
Osprey.
Okay. So, Peter, 16 for Osprey. And make another roll for your Mason's Tools. And, oh shit, my pen just like started coming apart. Not good. And Procan is a 10. Alright, so
my skills.
your designs for Osprey's Shrine reflects your newfound friendship with Cyan. And it is a little bit more intricate. There's some like stylized ruins and things on it that tell like a short story. You know, the little bit of information that you managed to glean about Osprey from Cyan through your conversations. Procan's is a little bit more utilitarian. You got the, you know, the core of the belief, the trident, etc. But nothing too fancy. But you tell yourself it's because there's a big hulking temple to Procan up the hill. You don't need anything fancy. The fancy stuff's up there. All right. So that takes 2 of your 5 days. What else do you want to do?
I'll go to get a name quick. Go to Manistrat Copperlocks and ask if the dwarves need anything or help with anything. The group.
Interesting.
The contingent.
I'll be right now.
So you make your way to the Dwarven Mining Contingent's headquarters here in town, which is was formerly a manor house of some or other minor nobility here in Saltmarsh. I just want to get something open for a second. Where is it? Sorry, trying to find notes. Too many things. There it is. All right. So you come in there and you can see no sign of Magistrate Copperlocks at the headquarters. You speak to some of the dwarven clerks who, seeing as you are a dwarf, they're a little bit more receptive. They're not as brusque with you as they would be to somebody who wasn't a dwarf. They make the time for you and they say that she headed out of town just after you guys left to make sure that everything wasn't shipshape down at the mines. They haven't heard anything from down that way, considering the the state of the roads and that, and everybody just waiting out this storm.
Nothing on the notice board.
Let's have a look. Roll a d20 for me.
Always check on the notice board.
The dwarves mention something to you. That while all this is going on and all these preparations, all the flooding, making sure that people have enough housing and everything, there have been a couple of reports of people traveling further afield in the region, of tribes of some marauders. They seem to be a mismatched group that is comprised of gnolls and orcs and goblins that have been waylaying people, traveling in the region. But thus far, Eleander, even though he's called out the militia and had put the town, the town was on high alert. You remember when you came into town?
Yes.
In the first place? It was on high alert with the whole storm and everything. But he's actually increased the mounted patrols as well over the last few days to keep an eye on these marauders, because he is deeply concerned that they might make some sort of concerted effort to come towards Saltmarsh itself. The incidents that you are aware of have taken place somewhere to the northeast of town. A lot where in the same direction, more or less, as Dano Split, that region, where the halflings have their villages and things. You also do recall that there was an additional mining operation not too far down that same road that the dwarves are also interested in, and they say that they have also suffered a couple of raids by these marauders.
The dwarves as well?
Yeah. And, well, the dwarves and this other mining operation near Dano Split. The name of the place, I think I do have it here. Where is my place? Settlements. Oh. Sorry, it froze for a second. Dano Split. Hovarth. Amadee's Grotto. It is mostly populated by halflings and dwarves. Amdee, spelt U-M-D-E-E-S. Grotto.
UMD?
I'll type it out for you.
Okay.
These Grotto. Oops. Grotto. Oh, for goodness sake, I can't bloody type. There we go. Amdee's Grotto. Not that you have any idea who the hell Amdee is.
I'm just gonna finish typing this. Need help.
So that is a lead.
that letter I wrote to Lena, is it still at the monastery?
Okay. Earlier you rolled a 4 for your investigation. But if you're looking specifically for that letter, it is gone.
Gone.
Because you know where you left it.
I need to reread the letter because I can't remember what I wrote.
So you reread that, but just know that it is no longer where you left it. Alright. I would say that was probably another day's worth of sourcing contacts and so on and so forth. So you've got another 2 days of downtime. What would you like to do with it?
Because there was 30 gold with that letter.
Mm-hmm.
And it's gone as well.
Yep.
Damn it. She didn't leave anything.
Nothing.
Ugh, damn it.
But at least you know that she was there.
Nah, damn students, damn kids. Okay, after other 2 days, I'm not sure. Probably go in town and try and help whoever I can. Bracing for the floods to come, the rains.
All right. So if you're just going to spend like a better portion of your time actually helping the people out, there isn't actually an official downtime activity for that. I will put it under something similar to religious service.
Yes.
Because that's basically what you're doing. So basically you can also like set up a soup kitchen and that at your monastery. The character chooses to make either an intelligence religion check or a charisma persuasion check to see what the benefits of the service is. So up to you.
Okay.
Which one you would like to try?
A religious check.
Cool. Ooh, that's pretty good. You have earned yourself 2 favors. You have earned yourself 2 favors. More specifically, one from the town council and who else would you have been helping specifically? Probably people in your neighborhood, right?
Yes.
Somebody close to the monastery.
Yeah, because I'm close to 13.
Yeah.
And then
so.
Yes, I'm in the house next to 13.
Yes, you're that little place just to the side there, near to the little stream, the river, shall I say?
Yes, so very close to the docks.
Okay, so you've earned yourself a favor from the town council and from your neighbors. Such a favor could be the form of, small little things like helping out with menial labor. It could be something a little bit more risky, but that's something we'll have to decide when you decide to call in those favors. And there is, of course, might be complications from calling in something that is too, like, hey, give me 100 platinum pieces, for example. Yeah.
Okay.
I will try and define it further for you in an email or something, or DM.
Okay.
Alrighty. So next up, Siren, or as we are supposedly now supposed to also keep in mind, she has introduced herself as Katerina.
I think everybody's still gonna call me Siren.
Oh yeah.
I'm not bothered with that.
So,
Kick ahead.
yes, full ahead. What are you doing with your downtime?
No, helping
Speaking
where I
of time,
can.
how are we for time? Say again, Mickey.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm helping where I can.
Helping where you can in town?
Yeah.
Or specifically with Crib?
I can help him, and if I have some time left, the town.
Alright. So, sorry, I just needed to ban somebody again.
Specifically the children.
I banned the children. Okay.
No,
Oh, no, you're
don't
helping
ban-
the children. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry. Miscommunication. So, helping the kids in what way? Like keeping them entertained, keeping them calm?
That, and I doubt a place like this would have like an orphanage.
There's probably something small. The population of Saltmarsh is around 5,000 souls. Most, if there's like a family that works for one of the major fishing families, if their parents die and or get lost at sea or something like that, those children are usually taken in by those families and sort of raised as their own. For example, like Ida Owland, her, I'll call it ancestral home, is like a mix and match of different styles as each generation has just added onto this rambling complex of buildings. And that Ida in particular, especially with her position as leader of the town council and that, she's actually a pretty good soul. She looks after her people. So she makes a special effort for those kids and things too. So what you could do is, I would say that she would probably have what would traditionally be thought of as an orphanage. So you could probably spend as many days as you'd like at Ida's house doing that. All right. I'm just trying to figure what that would fall under. I would say give me a performance roll, please. A performance check.
Okay.
Are you using any other skills while you're doing this?
Not that I can think of. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be slow.
Alright, so you do a fairly okay-ish job of it. They don't particularly like your style of music, but they don't hate it either. It keeps them distracted for a while.
That's all I'm there for, is distracting.
So for how long do you do that? The whole time? The whole 5 days? Or do you plan to do something else?
No. If not helping Crib, it's still raining, right?
Yeah. So if you can like help Crib out, and I will allow you to make a second performance check to see how you perform in your activities helping him out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot better. It is a lot better. So you managed to do, what's that, a 23, huh? So I'm going to do the same thing. We're going to increase its difficulty by that, so it will move it to that. So normally you expect somewhat of a poor lifestyle while you're working in Krebs establishment, because it's not like a high class joint by any means.
Not yet.
So do me one more thing. Roll me a d10, please.
Is that a 1 at least?
A 1 would have actually been preferable.
God damn it.
No, don't worry about it. So for a comfortable lifestyle, this is not what I'm looking for. This is only, oh no, it is. Okay. Would you have spent like, I needed like clarification.
Okay.
So I could do some mathematics.
Okay.
How many days would you be entertaining the kids, and how many days would you be entertaining people at Krebs?
Let's say I do 2 for the kids, seeing as they think I'm okay, and I can
and
beat
then
the
3 for Kreb.
Yes, seeing as those people like me more.
So 3, 7. So 27 silver pieces.
Nice.
That's the you actually managed to earn a reasonable tip from this, and above that from your normal living expenses at Krebs. This is what you bring in a bit extra for yourself over those couple of days, or 3 days.
Okay.
Just want to make a note. SP for this, and was it 10 for entertaining children? There will be consequences later.
You know why? I don't mind fake
because it's
dog.
fun for me.
They can tackle me and have fun, but not kill me.
It's actually an orphanage of changelings.
Oh no.
Which brings us to
How
Carcarius.
fun would that be? An orphanage of changelings. That would be awesome.
Alright, actually I see it is now 5 to 8. Your DM has been talking a lot and actually requires a refiller of coffee. So shall we take a 5-minute break, get some refreshments, and then we will finish the last 2, which is Carcarius and Cyan.
Sounds good.
That
Yeah.
sounds like a plan. Alright. So thank you to the people in chat at the moment. Stick around. We won't take very, very long. We just want to quickly get something to drink, and we will be back at it. I'm going to swap over to the Be Right Back. And we are back to part 2 of tonight's easygoing shopping and downtime episode. Picking up where we left off, we were going to start with Carcarius. So, Richard, what is Carcarius up to during his break?
So part of it will be still helping at the temple with sheltering everyone from the storm. But then on top of it, one thing I'd like to do is just spend some time in prayer to Procan and see if I can glean any more information on the storm.
Do you have a spell that you're going to be using?
No, I don't think I don't even think I have a spell that can achieve. It's more just a ditch effort to try and see if I can get any information.
I'm trying to open up. Oh, okay. It was opening. It was just me being an idiot and closing it, opening, closing it, opening it somehow. I don't know. A glitch. I just want to check the wording on, because how long ago was it that you guys used your special stuff? Wait, do you actually have access to your special stuff?
I think I can do augury. Because I can't do divine intervention yet.
No, yeah, you can't do that quite yet. I think that's next level.
Yeah,
level 6.
so I can do augury.
Alright. So, augury is an interesting one.
Yeah.
I need to get the wording in front of me.
Yeah, I've popped it in the chat.
Thank you. So, by casting gem inlaid sticks, so this is going to cost you 25 gold pieces, eh?
Yeah.
How many times are you tempting this? Only the once.
Yeah, well, I just want to see first because
I'll say this will be your one of your 5 days.
Yeah. It's a plan to take within the. Yeah, I see. That's the only problem. It's limited to within the next 30 minutes.
Yeah. It's not really going to help you too much. Yeah, it's not really the spell for this. I think the one that you're looking for is commune, and I don't think you have access to commune yet.
No.
But let's just say, because I'm feeling generous. Roll a D100 for me. And I shall roll one for Welgar, because he's been contemplating the same thing. And I actually just realized something. Why the hell are my dice like bright green?
Mine was also a neon green when I came in.
Yeah, when I logged in, they were that color.
Oh, my color is also wrong.
I was like, this is not
Mine's
right.
fine.
Yeah, mine are supposed to be bright green.
Yeah, mine was as well, but then it eventually corrected itself.
Actually, I noticed it on, was it Sunday that we played? And I took note of it and then promptly forgot about it. Alright, so Welgar got an astounding 50, which means he did not get any sort of reply from Freqman, and unfortunately, Carcarius, you did not either.
Yeah, I didn't think I would.
However, you do have access to certain tomes in the temple, so I will say, give me a religion check.
Okay.
Because as part of the devotions to Freqman, there's like sort of like a ledger that's kept of these kinds of events. You know that Welgar spoke about it before. You're also very close to the cemetery and the half-orc. I hesitate to call him gravedigger, gravekeeper. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. And he also has an interest in history and is actually great friends with Eleander. He actually helps to manage Eleander's own private collection of tomes. So, with an 18 for your religion roll, you do pick up a couple of references. A very long time ago, there was...
It's also, sorry, with the search, I'll also look for any references that link to what we saw falling from the sky.
Alright, so I'm going to say this is going to take probably another 2 days of your downtime.
Okay.
So you'll have 2 left over after this, yeah. So you don't find anything other than, these potential portents, things like, meteor showers and things, but none of which have ever taken place in the middle of a storm like this.
Yeah.
The few cases where you do come across information resembling the storm talks about an era when there was a rise in a certain type of cult. A cult that worshipped the elemental evils of this world. Elemental lords of devastating power that caused great calamities in times gone by. There was just such a calamity within the last, I think it's the last 100 or 150 years, where this temple was being, raised and expanded. And during this time, there were powerful priests of these elementals that just basically ran around causing havoc, embracing the chaos. And that some of these stories point to gigantic storms, earthquakes, dust storms, long dormant volcanoes all of a sudden waking up, things like that. These are like extinction level events almost, but you do know that this whole entire business was put down when the cult was destroyed. Or the cults. There were 4 of them. Alright. Each worshipping like fire,
Different
earth,
elemental.
water, air.
So they were summoning Captain Planet.
Yes. They were summoning Captain Planet. All they were missing was the Cult of Heart.
Which, technically they all are, because they probably all ripped hearts out of people.
Yeah. So, so I just want to make a note here. And 2 days research. Shit. Do not do that to me, pen. Sorry, my pen is deciding that it's going to stop splattering, and it annoys me. Okay. So for the other 2 days, you want to spend it in religious service?
No, I'll take one of the days. Or one of the mornings, I'll just go past Orcus's statue.
Yeah.
And just do some sort of remembrance prayer and things like that.
Okay.
And then that afternoon, let's see, is Oceanus still in town?
He is. He is actually staying still with Eleander.
Okay, I'll go visit him and just see how he's doing and when he's actually planning to head back to his tribe.
Well, this is the interesting bit. He actually pledged his service to you guys.
Oh, did he?
He did.
When was that?
When you rescued him.
I must have been drinking.
He says to you that, he's still, and keep in mind, he doesn't actually speak anything other than Alvin and Aquin. I think you were one of the few that actually could understand him.
Yeah, I'm just double checking now. I think I do. Yeah, because I can speak Elvish.
Yes. So you basically find him in Eleander's little manor house, browsing the few Alvin books that Eleander has, accumulated over his not just his tenure here in Saltmarsh, but from all his campaigning, because Eleander is a fairly well-decorated military officer who has fought in the Northern Wars with the other kingdoms that border Kierland, and that's why he's such a trusted soul. He has the explicit approval of the king in everything that he does here because of his honorable service. But now you see, I'm going to get myself confused. Oceanus, I almost said Orcus. Oceanus is fascinated, and he actually invites you to sit with him for a bit and go through some of the books. These books tell a little bit more of the history of the surface elves, the land elves. The moon elves, sun elves, etc., that occupy not just Kierland, but the rest of the continent as well. But he is most fascinated by another group that you have never encountered personally, but you are aware that they exist, and that is the Dark Elves. He naturally has heard stories of the Drow, but all he knows of them is, to fear them. If you ever see a dark-skinned elf, run away, because they make slaves of everyone, basically, is what he's been taught. But what he points out in a couple of these books is that there are actual enclaves of dark elves that are more friendly, that are even willing to trade with the surface dwellers. And he finds this fascinating, and he tells you he would very much like to meet a dark elf.
Well, if you come with us on some escapades, you never know what it may lead to.
But
you tend to find the weird and wonderful.
Yeah, he's still very much up for it. He pledged his service to you. I'm trying to remember. I almost think it was for a year, or at least until such time as his people come looking for him.
Yeah.
Because remember, he's quite young, so he's in his rebel phase.
Didn't we also offer to escort him home at one point?
You did. He was of the tribe of Manon.
Yeah.
20
miles to the southeast.
Just to give a little bit of backstory, because it's actually something I think that we didn't cover in our recap, is when you took over the Sea Ghost, you found this sea elf that was being held captive, in a secret hidey hole behind, I think it was the first mate's cabin. And in rescuing this pure emaciated elf, he swore, he pledged his service to you guys, willing to work on board your ship or however you need him. So, yeah, he's still up for it. You remember he was fairly out of it, but he's had many good meals since, and he's actually looking in good health.
Okay.
Ready to travel, so to speak.
I'll just tell him that our ship's still away from being sea ready again. So we won't be going out to sea anytime soon, but
he says
we may have some other...
there aren't dark elves on the sea, so he's willing to go by land.
Yeah.
And
next time we'll probably wait for the storm to pass before anything else comes through.
Just so that you can see him, there he is in the combat tracker. You have a follower who will follow you till the end of your days.
Oh, good.
No, joking. For 1 year, if not before. So that was 4 days of downtime for your last day of downtime.
Last day, I just wanted to go buy. What was her name again? Oh yeah, Mildara. Just to see if she's got any interesting potions or things like that. Because she's the only one in town that really deals in potions.
Yes, she's the only real alchemist. You know that the little halfling chap? I want to say Wilbur. Was that his name?
I can't remember.
I'm trying to find his shop. Do you think I can flip and find it?
Was it the
Winston! There we go. You know that he might occasionally also have found such things.
Yeah, so that last day I'll just go past Winston and Mildara and just see if they have anything of interest.
I'm going to just open up a table. I'm going to ask you to roll something for me. Is that it? Nope, that's not it either. So, I'm not finding the exact table that I'm looking for now. Potion, is this it? Nope, that's not it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, do me a favor. Roll 3d6s.
Individually or all together?
Individually.
Well, that sucked.
A 1, a 2, and a 2. No, that's fine. That's perfect. Alright. Roll 1d4 for me, please. And then 2d10s.
That's in the D4 roll. There's the D4, and there's the other D10.
Interesting. So Mildara has been busy cooking up a little bit of something. And she actually, I can't remember, did she actually tell you what she found out about that book that you guys brought to her?
Ye Secrets of the Old Philosopher's Stone or whatever.
Correct. Did she tell you what she found in that?
I don't recall.
I think she just mentioned that she translated the book to that's what it was, but needed more time to study it.
Okay, good. Well, then I have another surprise for you guys.
Yeah.
Ah, and I just had another surprise. Oh no, I have been recording. Thank goodness. Sure. That would have been a problem. So, alright. So what she has available is as follows. She has a potion of climbing that she has in stock. She also has oil of slipperiness, and only one of those. And she has she's got a couple of bottles of the potions of climbing. She's got one oil of slipperiness, and then she has, what was the other thing that you rolled? A 4.
Yeah.
A potion of fire breath.
And do I want to know the pricing on some of these?
So the potion of fire breath is the most expensive, as is the oil of slipperiness. Obviously, potion of fire breath is going to do exactly what it sounds like. You can use a bonus action to exhale fire at a target within 30 feet of you. You must succeed on a DC 13 saving throw or take 46 damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. The effect ends after you exhale the fire 3 times or when 1 hour has passed. Alright. And that one is... what is this going to be? 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that one's 250 gold pieces. The oil of slipperiness is 270 gold pieces, and this sticky black unguent is thick and heavy in the container. It flows quickly, however, when poured. The oil can cover a medium or smaller creature along with its equipment that it's wearing and carrying. 1 additional vial is required for each size category above medium. So in other words, large, huge, etc., etc. It takes 10 minutes to apply the oil. The affected creature then gains the effect of a freedom of movement spell for 8 hours. Alternatively, the oil can be poured on the ground as an action, where it covers a 10-foot square, duplicating the effect of the grease spell in that area for 8 hours. And of course, a potion of... no, that's not going to work. Potion of climbing is 70 gold pieces. And basically you gain a climbing speed equal to your walking speed for 1 hour.
Okay.
The potion appears to be separated into layers of brown and silver and grey, resembling bands of stone.
Well, my broke ass can't afford the nice potions, so when I see everyone again, I'll inform them of what Maldara has.
Cool. So you guys can decide whether or not you wish to partake of those. I will put them aside for your perusal. Do we have... No, that was...
Winston?
That was... No, you could choose Winston or this one. You said Moldar.
Oh, was it one or the other
Yes.
that I could go to? Okay,
Alright, so...
cool. And then does she have any potions of healing?
Nope.
Okay.
I
I think that's pretty much my day's used then.
I just want to do one thing before I get to you, Byron. Ellen, I need you to make your roll.
My roll?
Mm-hmm.
D100 or what?
It's a D100, yeah. I just want to make sure if there was any modifier to it. No. Okay, so just roll a D100 for me, please.
Nice.
That's pretty good. So your little side piece covers its maintenance and
Phrasing.
phrasing is everything. Roll 3d10s for me, please, Ellen. That is a particularly sickly color of green, but anyway. And earns a profit of 65 gold pieces.
Right.
For that month. So keep that in mind.
Sweet, noted. I've added the gold.
Cool. Alright, so Cyan, you have built your shrine to Osprey. You do have another 5 days of downtime. What would you like to do with them?
I think I'll So on day one, because I just want to be preaching, swinging my what's it called, a censer, swinging my censer with incense up and down the docks and like around the marketplace, just kind of like shouting the good word. Like just be making people aware that the fish that they've got is because of Osprum's generosity.
All right, so that would sort of be like religious service.
Yeah, no, totally. I'm gonna be doing that. So my downtime is praising the Lordess, the Lordess, yeah.
Okay.
So like I'll be at the docks. I think like on day one I'll be doing that, and then on day two I'll be at the docks, like using my mend cantrip just to like repair fishermen's nets and like rowboats and like just repairing everything and like blessing people as they go out to the oceans. So, like wishing them bountiful.
Well, they are all locked down, so you'll definitely find lots of people doing. They'll be doing a lot of repairing of sails and nets.
Is it locked down because of the weather?
Yes, it's still that storm is hectic. It's it's stuck around now for 20 days.
Okay, I think in that case, I think Cyan will give it like a twist, and he'll be like basically preaching that this is Osprum's message, that it's a time to be with family and to appreciate like the things that have been given to us.
Okay.
And to prepare for the next haul of bounty.
So.
Yeah.
So religious service is basically how I'm going to claim all of that. Is there anything else you want to do in addition to that?
Yes. I think on day 3 I'll have try to find that shop where we got the caltrops from before. So I think I'll wander around trying to find that place again.
That was Winston's, I think.
Was it Winston's? Yeah, no, Cyan totally just does not remember the name at all. He just kind of remembers what the building looks like.
All right.
And he's like just trying to look for that same building because he wants to buy some stuff again.
All right, so you're going to Winston's.
Yes.
So 4 days of religious service and 1 day of going to Winston.
3 days of 2 days of religious service. The third day I'm looking for Winston. Yeah.
Okay. Day 3 is 1 day of Winston.
Yeah.
It sounds bad.
Well, don't say it like that. I'm visiting Winston for a mutual visit.
Alright.
So it's mutual now.
It's a business transaction.
That sounds even worse.
Business transaction.
Yeah, Winston's got all kinds of things. So, you see his little motto. He says it every time: solid goods at honest prices. What are you looking for from Winston?
I think Cyan will like when he says that motto. Cyan will like look over his shoulder and then say in like a real conspiracy kind of voice, "I'm looking for your less than honest prices, if you know what I mean."
Prices.
Wink. Well, I want more caltrops and acid.
So, let's see. He tells you, well, hang on a second, and you see his like little head bobbing under the counter as he comes to the front of the store, closes the front doors. He says, "Come along," and leads you into that back room again. He takes out the key, turns the lock. In you go. You see that long table and all the shelves filled with weird little boxes and knickknacks and things. And he pulls down a jar and he says, "Caltrops?"
Yeah. Hit me up with another 5 bags of those bad boys.
5 bags of caltrops. Do you have caltrops in your inventory at the moment?
Yeah, I've got 1. Yeah.
Great. Bag. No, it will make it that much easier for me to get the price on caltrops. So it's 1 gold piece each.
Yeah, it's 1
gold
piece.
So 5 gold pieces, and then you can just change the number to 6.
Okay, dope. And I think like during this whole transaction, like Cyan's like thinking is super cool because he's like interacting with the seedy underbelly of Saltmarsh. So he's like looking over his shoulder and stuff. So yeah, caltrops, and got any more of that sweet acid?
Would he? That is the question. I'm trying to remember. Last time, I think I actually did roll for this. I want to just make sure of something. Give me 2 seconds.
Sure.
I think we actually got the caltrips from the lady in Burl previously, whose husband got afflicted.
No, I definitely got the caltrips from Winston. Yeah, no, the caltrips I definitely got from Winston.
Okay.
Isn't that what halflings have, like an underbelly?
Sorry, give me 2 seconds. I'm just trying to find the correct thing. I think it's under this. Nope, it's not under that either. So then I must open my library. I think I don't have the module installed. So it's just giving me a little bit of grief. I do actually have it installed, so why wasn't it picking it up? That's weird. That will be a general store. So yeah. Make me a persuasion roll.
Persuasion? Okay.
Just to see if you can, how much he trusts you, what he's willing to, how much he's willing to open up.
Well, I mean, like, I'll give you gold for it.
He thinks you're an orc.
He says, you clearly haven't done this kind of business very much, have you?
Well, no, but I mean, like, I'm super bad.
He says, you're not exactly inspiring confidence, are you? Wait, I remember. Didn't Winston have that southern drawl?
Yeah, he did.
I do seem to recall that Winston needs a drawl. And he says, you underhanded type of folk, I know your kind. And you gotta earn my trust. So why should I believe you?
Well,
how do I know you're not gonna bring the guard here?
Well, I suppose because you're as fake as I am. I mean, where was that accent a few moments ago?
He says, you need to clean out your ears there, Sonny.
Okay, well, you know what? I know the secret language of the underbelly, and I slide him 5 gold.
And he says...
sorry?
He says, I'll take your gold. And maybe you do know what you speak about. So he says, I'll tell you what. I have a couple of bottles of acid. Well, not bottles, vials of acid. 25 gold pieces a vial.
A hot dog. Well, that is certainly a reasonable price. But let me suggest this. Do you remember the party I came with before?
I do.
Well, they're even badder than I am, and I'm sure they'd love to buy goods from you. If you could drop that price, I could put in a good word and push them your way.
Make another persuasion roll. With advantage, just because you, like, greased his palms a little bit.
Oh, nice, thank you. Oh, please work. No!
It's okay, 17's not bad.
Okay.
Oh, you dropped a 1.
So, he says, alright, I will knock it down to 22 gold pieces per vial.
Alright. But I expect people's faces to melt. And I'll hand over 24 gold.
24 gold?
Yeah.
For 1 vial.
No, isn't it? Oh, sorry, it's 22, sorry.
It's 22 per vial, yeah.
Yeah, I'll hand over, 44 gold. Yeah, 44, let me just minus that.
The math, it burns! Alright, so 2 vials of acid incoming. What the hell did I do with your character sheet? Apparently I closed it.
Delete.
The sign just like pops out
So
of existence.
you
And then
can
the hat
delete.
just floats in the air for a second before dropping.
Alright, so you have your 2 acid vials.
Nice. Okay.
And he says, and I've forgotten my accent again. He says to you, what else can I do you for?
Well, you can have a good day and look forward to seeing you again. And I wink.
Uh-huh. And he like
Bye.
shoos you out of the back room and locks it carefully behind him and goes and opens up the front door again. He says, pleasure doing business with you. And he goes back to the counter and he like hops up on this like tall bar stool that he was on.
Mhm.
And just like starts like reaching into his jacket pocket and pulling out a pipe and some tobacco.
Mhm.
And lights it and starts smoking, and he says, bring your friends.
Oh, I will. Well, I'll tell them. Bye.
Adios.
So yeah, I think Simon just after that, because like today's a shopping day for him, he wants to head over to the Wizard on the Hill, as he knows them.
This is going to be another one of your days.
Yeah, that's fine then. That'll be day 4 then.
Cool. So, to Kelladek's Tower. So you walk up to this tower in the pouring and pissing rain.
Yeah, and I just start knocking on the door and shouting out, "Wizard! Wizard!"
There's a moment, and you hear a noise on the inside, and that slot sort of opens again. That that like melted area in the door that just opens up, and you see like this image of his face, and he says, "Oh fuck, it's the chatty one."
Hi, how are you?
Bored.
Oh, I'm sure this weather must be terrible for business. You must be so bored and out of business. I think I can cure both of those problems for you.
You've piqued my interest.
You see, I'd like to request an item, and I'm wondering if you're powerful enough for it. And of course, I'm willing to pay.
Well, depends. What are you looking for?
How do I say? Is there some kind of spell or enchantment that you could put onto an object so that I could find that object if I lost it?
So, like the opposite of an amulet of non-detection.
Okay, sure.
You want a tracing spell?
Yes.
He says, I can probably give you a scroll or something with something.
No,
that.
it needs to be on an item.
So you want an item to be able to transfer this onto something else.
No. I want to be able to find the item wherever it is.
Oh, okay. I understand. Well, I should be able to do that. What is the size of the item?
About the size of a friendship bracelet.
That should be simple enough.
Great. And then I just like I suppose I don't actually have any on me, but I need to like make 6 friendship bracelets.
Okay. So that you could probably go to the blacksmith.
The blacksmith. Damn. Okay, I messed up the order here, but yeah, I would have liked to have had the friendship
We
bracelets.
can do that. We can do that easily enough.
Cool. Yeah.
It will take a while to have those made, but we can shuffle around the time, and I mean it's just hammering out. As long as you don't want it to be too ornate, they're not jewelers after all.
No, just simple band. You know, like those Viking wrist coil things. Have you seen those?
Yeah.
Yeah, those, but friendship bracelets.
Just remember, I'm prissy, eh? I'm really fucking prissy.
You can wear it on your. You can wear it on your ankle.
A shitty
Yeah, just get
bangle
a
with like little
slap bracelet.
metal rings on it. So I'm not gonna wear it.
It can go on your ankle.
He's just gonna sneak. You know, he's just gonna sneak it onto you while you're sleeping.
You can try. Bims will watch out for me.
Bims can wear it as a necklace.
Oh, that's the name of the spell. Locate object, not find object.
Yeah, so I'd like to get it on those 6 friendship bracelets.
All right, and it will basically be attuned to one of those bracelets, to your bracelet.
Oh, can't I have it on all 6 bracelets?
No, you can. Well, you can, and then you're going to need another item, like a compass or something. So that you can actually find it.
Can I? I'll hand over my sensor then.
Okay, that will work. The smoke will indicate the direction you need to go.
Ooh.
It will work. I will have to figure out the costs. I will let you know. It's a relatively simple enough divination. It will allow you to sense these objects within 1,000 feet of you.
Okay, wow, you sure are as powerful as they say. Thanks, big guy. How will I know when it's ready?
I shall, of course, inform you. I will need a fee to be paid up front for spell components, etc.
No, of course, of course.
These spell components for this spell are ridiculously expensive.
Okay.
So, 500 gold pieces in total.
Coughs.
So up front, I need at least 250.
Huh. Okay. Sure. What exactly are these components?
Important, rare, difficult to get.
Perhaps,
I will need to procure them from the outer planes.
Oh wow, that's very impressive. Okay, so on our money sheet here, what's PP?
Platinum pieces.
How much is a platinum piece worth?
1 platinum piece is worth 10 gold pieces.
So that's 140 gold pieces. Yeah, I've got enough.
All right. So.
Yeah. So he wants how much? 250.
250. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I guess I'll hand over the 250. Yeah.
And you can, when I let you know when they're done, I expect the balance to be paid before I hand over the completed products. Standard arrangement, same as last time.
Yes, of course. You're quite fair and magnanimous as ever.
Indeed.
Okay. Have a lovely day.
Give me the gold. And you see like this wooden hand reach out of the door, palm upwards.
Oh gosh. Okay. All right. I pay out 250 gold pieces one at a time, counting out loud.
You see that like the palm of the hand starts turning into like a bag or like a scrotum.
Ooh.
With each coin, it just gets bigger and bigger underneath. Saggy old man balls.
Oh
God, is this really necessary? Can't I just leave it on your porch?
But it would be far less entertaining for me that way.
You got some weird taste, old man. But
Wizards, we're supposed to be eccentric.
I guess if this is eccentric. Alright, well, whatever floats your boat.
So you deposit the coinage into the strangely morphing hand, and it closes shut, and sort of like slurps back into the door. And the portal closes.
Okay, cool.
It is once again an ordinary looking door. Okay. You are soaked to the bone.
Okay, I think at this point, noticing my condition, and I'll kind of like shout out to the skies, "Thank you, Osbroom, for this bathing." And I'll head to the pub.
All right. So I just want to make a note here. 6 friendship bracelets, not braces.
We could do that.
It's a more permanent version.
Did somebody call for it for orthodontist? And what did I say the name of the spell was? Locate object.
Yeah.
All right. And half was paid. Cool. I think oh sure, but there goes my physical copy of the map, but that's fine. You still have 1 day of downtime, I think. Yes. 1 for Winston, 1 for the wizard, and 2 for religious service.
Yeah, I think I'd spend that day just kicking it back at the monastery, looking for Corrales.
All right. So, just quickly, for your religious service thing, I need you to make a roll for me, please.
Oh, sure. What religion?
Yeah, give me some of that old-time religion or charisma persuasion. Up to you.
Oh, man. I mean, my persuasion's higher, but, like, I feel like... Yeah, let's go persuasion.
Alright, so that's not bad. Modifier is going to be 50... Wait, which band is that going to be? That's still going to be in that one. So, with your moving, along the docks and helping people, you have earned the favor of the common folk there. The dock workers and fishermen. I will say, I will leave it up to you, but it will be from one of the people on the town council. It'll be either Gillen Prime Water's people, Ida's people, or Anders Solmore's people. Who do you want the favor from?
Okay. I think... would Cyan have had any choice as to whose favorite was, or was this a meta choice?
Well, Cyan
is quite...
Sorry?
What was that?
Gideon's like a really cool, merchant, like very well-established merchant, if that's your vibe.
Yeah, Gillen is wealthy. He likes to throw festivals and things for the people. Ida is very well respected in that she has been, leading the town council for ages. They've got a very large fleet, and she looks after, the people of Saltmarsh. She's somewhat of a traditionalist. Anders is a fairly young guy. You know that he was friends with Carcarius's buddy, Orcus, that died while fighting bandits. You don't know anything particularly much about him. You have heard a couple of stories now from talking to people. He's well loved by the people who work for him. He has a mixture of fishing fleets and merchant fleets that do all kinds of business up and down the coast, even to those southern jungles on occasion. So yeah, it's up to you.
Does Edna? You said Edna has like a fleet of ships.
Yeah, Edna's got a one of the largest fleets in Saltmarsh.
Okay, dope. Yeah, I'd like favor with her if possible. Edna.
Ida, yeah, EDA.
Cool.
Ida.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to have a look here. Yeah, no, that should be fine. So from Ida. All right. And then you said the last day for relaxation.
Yeah, just chilling at the monastery, and I think Cyan would be very impressed and touched by the tiny little carved shrine to Ostrom.
Alright, so yeah, the relaxation isn't going to be a big issue. So it's basically just going to be downtime, normal downtime. Doesn't accomplish much other than relaxation.
Yeah, a little science time.
Yeah, a little side time. All right. Did I forget anything? Does anybody else want to do anything with their downtime?
If you want some sign time, I know in establishments.
No, I can do all that by myself, thank you.
It's much nicer if someone helps.
That's a perfect name.
Pray to Osbrum.
I just thought of the perfect name for you,
Hand.
Xerxes, in your establishment. The helping hand.
The helping hand. That's actually pretty good.
Done and dusted. That's it.
Done and dusted.
That's a pretty good one, actually.
Okay. Well, I just want to check on the parrot.
The parrot.
Has
Yes.
someone been feeding it?
Who the hell had the parrot? Did you have
I
it at
have
the
a parrot.
monastery?
Yes.
He
It's
took
at
it
the
off
moment.
Wave Piercer.
Yeah.
It's the one that wouldn't
shoot.
shut up and wouldn't let me feed it.
So you
Okay.
basically had your people looking after the parrot.
Parrot is now at the monastery and the students are looking after
How many weeks has it been? It's been like 3 or 4 weeks, eh?
it.
That you first got this parrot and it's been in their care.
That parrot was so annoying. One of them's probably killed it and eaten it.
I doubt it. They probably taught it like all the monk prayers.
So let's put it to you this way. I'm going to let the dice decide how this rolls. If you score above a 10, your people remember to feed it that week. Roll 4d20s for me.
For 4 weeks.
Yep, roll a d20 for each week.
But a parrot can't survive more than a week without food, so if he gets 1 under 10...
It's dead.
Let's check.
Whoops.
Rip.
Oh,
Oh.
no, it died twice.
Exactly. This shit.
Okay.
It died
Oh,
the
the
second
average
week
isn't
after.
even.
Wait, hang on. I just thought of
It's a
something.
desiccated corpse.
It's just like worms
It's
eating it.
Parrot.
No, let's say this rather. You had 2 students.
Yes.
So make 4 separate rolls with advantage, because there's 2 of them to remember.
I'm just imagining with those rolls in that last week with the 16, one of them suddenly remembered and just
Oh,
like
no.
glued it to the perch and put some food in.
Some of that elven glue.
Okay, so
Going
never
full on
mind.
Monty Python.
Nah, the parrot.
Oh,
It is the
man.
next parrot.
It joined the choir invisible.
Just for interest's sake, roll it again and again and again to see how many weeks it took before they remembered.
Oh no.
Okay,
1 week.
1 week. What's up, Adam?
Neville and I have got something we want to do, but it's probably going to take a while.
Alright, shall we do it after the stream quickly?
20 minutes, maybe.
Yeah.
Because it's now just about 9 o'clock, so it would be a
can we
good
just
time.
ask, Are the court martyrs of Luz still around town?
Of who?
The travelling merchants.
Of IUs.
Yeah. I use.
IUs.
Oh, it's IUs.
IUs.
IUZ. It's such a weird thing to. Yeah. I thought it was an L. Yeah, but yes, them.
Of Luz. Yes, they are. They have pretty much got a permanent setup here. Old Maldara is actually part of that contingent.
Ah, okay.
Remember, she's a tiefling as well, as are most of the people in the quartermasters of IUs. Especially the captain. So, okay, is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
Alright. So, I'm going to then call it here for the evening. Next week, we will pick up with the end of downtime and you guys deciding what your next course of adventure will be. And I'm leaving it up to you. Should be fun.
Cool.
Discuss amongst yourselves. But I would assume that Xerxes, you would have shared some information, and Carolus.
Yeah, so I've got a couple of things here actually that I'll share with the party. So
You made notes of them though, right?
yeah, so I think the biggest thing is the missing ship.
I just want to make a note of the potions that were found, because Richard did say he was going to tell you people about that too. Would any of you wanted to buy those potions?
The what potions?
Potion of climbing for 70
Yes.
gold. Oil of slipperiness for, I think that was the one for 270.
270, yeah.
And then the potion of fire breathing. Oh, yeah, it was 250.
Yes, if I'm told about that one, I would like to go and buy that one.
Which one?
The fire breathing one.
250 gold pieces.
Yeah, Furbolg breathing fire. That would be an awesome sight. So,
Alright. So deduct it from your inventory and I will put the potion of fire breathing in there for you.
It says potion of fire breathing, but it's actually just like very, very hot chili sauce.
50-50 chance of which side the fire comes out of.
That would be a good one though. That would be an excellent custom potion.
Cursed
First
potion.
potion of fire breathing. Mm-hmm.
250, eh?
250, yeah.
Or you could call it the cursed potion of exhaling fire. Because then it doesn't specify that you breathe in it.
That'd be good, because then that could do like fire damage to people behind you.
And to your equipment. Like no pants. But anyway. Thank you very much to those in chat that were watching as well. And of course to our listeners on the podcast. It's always great to get some feedback from you guys. Hopefully our sound issues were a little bit better today. I tinkered with some settings. But yeah, please do let me know. Once again, thanks to Sirenscape for the epic music to go with our epic game. And thanks to my players, as usual, for all their antics. We will see you guys again next week.